Today we got a big news update for the LEGO Star Wars 2023 sets. Hey guys, so today Promobricks put out some news about some 2023 LEGO Star Wars news about pretty much all the sets we know about. This is pretty much just a lot of tidbits and stuff, but there are some very interesting things and some pretty huge details for some specific sets. And I will say this already, there are no new sets, so the sets that we didn't know about, for example the UCS set and that mystery $70 set, even the mystery helmet, we have no updates for those sets. It's just the sets that had a concrete name and stuff that we actually have some decent updates for. Start off of course with the Slave 1 Microfighter set 75344. This is now rumored to have 85 pieces. This will of course be costing $10 US and coming out January 1st. It's also seeming more likely that this will be based off the Book of Boba Fett now. There's a bit more evidence for that, so that's pretty exciting. The next set is probably the one we have the most updates for, and that's the new 501st Battle Pack set 75345 with 119 pieces, retailing for $20 US coming out January 1st. We knew all of that, and of course we have some updates for the minifigures. Now, in terms of backpacks, it's unclear whether they're going to be printed or not. I'm assuming they're going to be printed. I'd be very surprised if they actually had backpacks, so it's not going to be disappointing to me if they don't have them. But yeah, other than that, they are meant to have like full blue arms, unlike the 501st ones. Maybe that's like for a specific minifigure, like for example in the set the Jet Trooper did have it, but not the other clones, so we'll just have to wait and see on that. And of course they do have the helmet holes from the ATT set, but of course in these ones they're all filled in. So 2 of the heavies are included, which will come with the normal LEGO visor in blue and some shoulder printing, and of course that heavy blaster. There's also that sniper trooper, which will come with the macro binoculars, which is very cool. And finally a 501st commander is included, which will come with a rangefinder and a printed Karma instead of a skirt piece. As for the build of the set, it was originally rumored to be a dwarf spider droid, however now it is said to be an AV7 Republic cannon, obviously in a smaller scale like the ones that they've done in battle packs before, namely the Senate Commando one and then the ARC Trooper battle pack, so that's very exciting. Of course just kind of a generic battle pack build, whatever. I wouldn't want an army of dwarf spider droids anyways, but this thing isn't really massable, as in the scale it isn't really canon. Moving on now to the TIE Bomber set 75347. This comes with 625 pieces for $65 US coming out January 1st. Now of course before it was rumored to come with 3 minifigures and maybe more, being Darth Vader, a Gonk Droid and a TIE Pilot, but now that roster is being confirmed with a 4th minifigure, which is very exciting, and this is one minifigure which I never thought we'd get. It's Rey Sloane, and I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't heard of this character. She basically ends up controlling the Empire after Palpatine's death for a bit, until of course the Battle of Jakku. She's appeared in mainly the Aftermath trilogy and a few Rebels tie-ins, but most recently she did actually appear in Star Wars Squadrons, which you may know her by. Now of course I don't think she'll be in her Grand Admiral outfit, because of course Vader was dead at that point, so it wouldn't make much sense. So this kind of more boring Squadrons variant is probably what's going to be coming. I still think it's really cool we're getting this minifigure, but the Grand Admiral variant would be very, very cool to get. This is, though, a very cool minifigure. I will say the wording from Promobricks is a bit interesting. They say it appears to be Rey Sloane, so I guess it could just be an Imperial officer who looks like her. If there are white strands in the hair, it's definitely Rey Sloane. But even if there aren't, it could still be Rey Sloane because of the younger variant, and that would make even more sense being alongside Darth Vader. So this is a very interesting selection for the TIE Bomber, I will say. Some real mixed bag, like for example the Gonk Droid is just a very interesting choice, as we never really see it with the TIE Bomber, so you know, I'm all for this minifigure selection. It's very interesting than just a few Stormtroopers and a few TIE Pilots. It's very much just an interesting and unique choice. The only other real updates are for the piece count, so we're gonna do a quick fire thing. Captain Rick's helmet is now rumored to have 854 pieces, the Commander Cody helmet will have 766 pieces, the Mandalorian Season 3 smaller set will have 285 pieces, which if you didn't know is coming out in May. The other Mandalorian Season 3 set, which is $100, will have 957 pieces, and then for the dioramas, the Throne Room diorama will have 807, and then the indoor chase diorama will have 608. So that's it for the big announcements. Obviously there are more sets, for example the Brickheads and then the unknown sets. Here's a list of all the rumored sets, and there is also another Brickheads which isn't on here. So yeah, hopefully we'll be hearing more about those sets soon. I am very interested in what those are. It's exciting that we have two completely unknown sets. All we have is a piece count for one of them. That is just very exciting stuff, and for this update it was mainly just news on two sets, but those two sets are sounding very exciting, especially the 501st Battle Pack. I'm really looking forward to that one. And I guess there really isn't that much else to know before the official images, which will be coming later on in probably November. I will say it does sound like Promobricks has seen images of these sets now. From the way they worded it before, it sounded like they'd only heard about them, but now it seems like they've seen images. For example, they did say that the TIE Bomber is meant to be pretty much the same size as the 2003 set. Or if there are images floating around the leakers, there is a possibility that something could get leaked and we could see these sets quite soon. I will say though, in recent years compared to say 2021, even looking at that, LEGO has gotten a lot tighter on leaks, so I am not expecting to see these even until the official reveal. Either way though, please let me know your thoughts down below. Are you excited for these sets, and what set are you the most excited for? However, yeah, that'll be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. That'll be all folks. Goodbye.